What's up guys, Timmygammer here and welcome back to the new video. So today we are going to be looking at the brand new leaks for the upcoming month of May. So pretty excited, got a ton of new armors, pets, chests, raid bosses, and a ton of different stuff. And today I'm here with Blando.
Hey there.
And basically he is the one that makes the leaks. So this is the leak. He got it to me earlier. As you can see, a ton of stuff for this upcoming month. So we are going to be chatting about basically the leaks, giving our thoughts, opinions, and just elaborating more on it. So let's get started.
Okay, sounds good.
So basically, this is going to be the Season 10 armors. We have 9 new Shadowforged armors, and this team for the new season is going to be air. So pretty much every single armor has air. Most of the armors, most of the elements, you have 2 armors. So air and earth, you have 2 armors. If you look at these 2 on the top, first row, then you have 2 air and fire ones. Then you have 2 air and spirit and 2 air and water. So basically, every single element twice. And then on the right side, you have a double air, which really looks awesome. To be honest, I think the double air on the right side is one of my favorite armors in this new season.
Agreed.
So basically, if you look at all of your rings and amulets, pretty simple, what we have commonly. So we are not too sure which armor is going to be for which event. Not too sure which one is going to be in the chest, which one is going to be for the raid boss or the war. But using the raid bosses, we have a bit of an idea for that.
Yeah, most likely what'll be the case with the top left one there, that's the air and water. That will most likely be for the second one on the second row, that air and water there.
Oh yeah, this one, all right.
Yeah, and then the air and fire, most likely I'm thinking will be the one just next to it, the air and fire that's immediately to the right of that one. And then the air and earth, I'm thinking, but not positive, it will be the second one on the top row.
Second one on the top row, yeah. For the first 2, for the air and water and the air and fire, I'm pretty sure it's going to be these 2, but for the air and earth, it could be both, because this one, I don't know, has wings and feathers and rock monster. I don't know, it seems pretty weird, but anyways, I think the raid bosses look pretty nice. Have been a long time we haven't had any rock monster or anything like that. So pretty cool, I gotta say. Then, oh, I forgot to mention that earlier, but if we look at the crafting materials, we have 3 crafting materials this time. The one that is on the top right, so the wings right here, is probably gonna be for the dual air.
Most likely, yes.
And then we have 2 other crafting material right beside it.
It's really not clear on those 2 which ones are which, or whether both will be used or only just one of them. Like we've seen in previous seasons, there's usually 2 crafting materials. So it's hard to say. I'm thinking it might be the left-hand one, but there's really no way to know for sure.
Yeah, because if there is 3 crafting materials, it might be something different. I don't know why. But I think in the previous leagues there was also crafting materials and different stuff that did not get used, so...
Correct, yeah. The fire month we had a few months back, there was a crafting material there that looked kind of like a cinnamon candy, if you will. Yeah. It never got used in-game at all that I'm aware of.
Alright, then something that I'm pretty excited about, the chest and keys. As you can see over here, there is 2 new chests. So the one on the right looks pretty awesome, looks like a tiny dragon. I don't know, his body is replaced by a chest, looks pretty awesome. And as you can see by the keys, well, it's pretty obvious that the left-hand one is going to be with the right chest, the little dragon, and then you got kind of a angel. I don't know what is the team. Probably for the air team, this is probably going to be the chest, which you're going to be getting your seasonal crafting materials for Season 10, I guess. So kind of have some feathers and some gold, little angel, and then the right-hand key, but the key in the middle, what do you think about that? Because I'm not too sure if, is it a different chest or what?
I'm honestly not sure on that one either. It's most likely going to be a special, like, limited edition chest or something like that. Maybe a step chest, who knows.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have a new tier of fusion boosts. So it's been a long time coming. We've needed those for a long time, but we finally have another set. So we should have all the different elements, but this is, I believe, going to be the next tier up, which would be, what is that, a 4-star now, I think? But that'll be the next set of fusion boosts.
Do you think they'll only release the air ones? Because here in the leaks, you only show the air ones, but was there more? Was there different elements?
Yes, all the other elements were included, but I figure since it was an air month, I would just show the air ones.
So pretty much next, so this is definitely going to be useful because every time I go on a push, I can level up the armor, but I can never level up my freaking fusion boots, the rings and amulets set. I can never. I don't know if you have that problem.
Exactly. I think everybody has that problem. They take forever to level up.
Like, I have some, but I've had for like 6 months, man, and we're like level 90, and just the last push to get a max, it's impossible. I don't know how people do it.
I don't either.
Then we have the pets. So this time we have two, I don't know how many different pets, but as you can see on the left one, we have kind of a tiger lion thingy. So this one is also going to be air. So you said a 5-star air?
Correct.
Then, please tell me what is this fairy over here?
I actually have no idea. That one has a lot of different animations in the files, so it's hard to say for sure what that is. It might be something related to pets. It might not be. It's really hard to say.
What I'm thinking is maybe a tiny pet or a boost. I don't know, in raids or something. Is it going to be giving you a boost? I really don't know. But maybe something different could be cool. But it's just weird. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a pet. It seems different. It seems really tiny also. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I really don't know either. Right above that, we also have the element pictures. In the previous month's data mine, there were the same elements, but they were included in keys, which we still haven't seen in-game yet. But I'm thinking they might be redesigns of the elements. Hard to say for sure, but we've seen those pictures of the new tier of armors that are above Shadowforged with the 2 and the 3 stars. Maybe they're going to be included with that. Again, hard to say, but those are also in the files along with the rest.
So this is all speculation, so we cannot be 100% sure, but seeing these 2 months in a row, actually, it might be just a redesign reskin, because this stuff that is in Knights and Dragons, some of that is like 4 years or 3 or 4 years old, so I don't know, maybe giving them a fresh look. I don't know, the air one seems to be different, water one, well, you can't really change the look of a drop that much, so it doesn't look that much, but all the other ones look kind of different, so I think it looks nice. I don't know. They are in bubbles like that, so I don't know what's up with the bubbles. Anyways, seems pretty nice, and as you mentioned earlier, with the Shadowforged, could be sweet to see something different.
Yeah, definitely.
And then last but not least, we have pets, but these ones, by the looks of them, I'm not too sure, but just by the looks of it, it does not seem like a 5-star or 4-star.
No, I think they're probably going to be the special pets that are similar to the ones that were used just for experience points for enhancing your other pets. Something similar to that, but it's hard to say for sure. But we definitely have what looks like a fire on the right, an air on the bottom, and I think a water on the top left, but I'm not sure.
Well, it should be a water one, specifically. Was there also the earth and spirit or not?
Right, there weren't any other ones in the files, just those 3.
All right, sometimes we're not going to be releasing everything at the same time. For example, in-game for the new baits, I think there's like a couple new baits for like the fire and spirit ones, but in earlier leaks, we saw that there were already more baits, but just not introduced in the game yet. So maybe they're just going to initially release the water, fire, and air ones, and later on introduce the earth and spirit ones.
Possibly, yeah.
So the last pet I had, in a starter pack, I bought a XP pet. I said, oh, it looked pretty cool. So I bought it, and then I used it, and it gave actually 20,000 XP. So this could be pretty useful. Hopefully this could be, I don't know, in milestone rewards or anything like that. It could be really useful just to level up your pets, because pets are really essential, I gotta say.
Definitely, definitely.
So yeah, guys, this is gonna be it, guys, for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you to Blando for joining me on this video. Really appreciate it, man.
Not a problem at all.
So really great to have you. So thank you again for all of your beautiful leaks. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want more videos like this, leaks, and let me know which one of basically the new armors is your favorite. Which one do you think looks the most awesome?
In my opinion, I think of the best looking armors, I think are probably going to be the water and air and the fire and air that are on the second row.
Yeah.
But I also like the spirit and air in the top right.
All right. I don't know, but I think some of these armors looks familiar, because, to be honest, when there is hundreds or even thousands of armors at this point, you cannot always come with different designs. So I think some of these look similar. I don't know. I think Resonator, Air, and Spirit that kind of looks similar to that one that we have over here.
Yeah, the one on the bottom left looks pretty similar. The hammer looks especially similar to the dual Earth from last month.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
The head of it at least, yeah. Yeah, the head of it at least anyway.
So yeah, guys, this is gonna be it, guys, for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, because that is always appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.